The back end of back-to-backs in the NBA are tricky, but what a treat to get to watch the world champions on Halloween. This Curry guy is scary good, and when he gets hot, it's fright night for defenders. The Warrior defense can haunt many a team, so enjoy some candy while you relish the sweetest team out there. Back-to-back down on the Bayou as the Warriors take on the New Orleans Pelicans for the second time this week. The Warriors rolling and playing like world champions. Hello, everybody. Bob Fitzgerald alongside Jim Barnett. And can you be rolling after 2 games? Well, you can if you're playing great offense, tremendous defense, a complete effort in the win over Houston.
They met the challenge physically, emotionally. Just terrific game last night at both ends of the floor. They won it with their defense, but offense was pretty good. How about 26 assists, 8 turnovers? They were in midseason form.
If you look at the NBA, there's a lot of numbers, a lot of stats. We throw them at you. But the Warriors defensively, it has to be seen to be believed. Blue jerseys everywhere, bodies defending every possession.
Just anchored by Festus Ezeli inside. Look at the Warriors swarm inside. 3, 4, 5 players getting all the rebounds, making Houston pass the ball and not getting good shots. Here, you step in. Ariza has to give it up. How about the block on Corey Brewer? Tremendous play by Festus Ezeli.
And that's how you hold a team to 40% shooting. That's one end of the floor. You know about Steph Curry and Klay Thompson offensively, but when the supplementary scores all start to kick in, this is when the Warriors are lethal.
You know, when you play selfless basketball, you help everybody. And players who are not necessarily gifted with a single purpose can now find open people. When you make the extra pass, it makes everybody better. And you can't guard everyone on the floor. That's what makes this team so dangerous. How about this first step and finish by Harrison Barnes over Dwight Howard?
And unselfish basketball is fun, right?
It really is, and it just makes everybody better. And defensively, you can't figure out who to defend.
Well, speaking of defense, when you have Anthony Davis, who's an MVP candidate, and you shut him down on Warriors opening night, rest assured he's ready for the Pelicans home opener. AD has something to say. The Warriors will send multiple bodies at him, but a huge challenge on the defensive end. Warriors-Pelicans as we kick it back to the Comcast Sportsnet studios. Welcome to opening week, presented by Cricket Wireless inside the Blender. The Smoothie King Center, Bob Fitzgerald, Jim Barnett with you. And the home opener for the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans 0-2, Warriors 2-0. And having already met at Oracle on ring night with the Warriors winning by 16. And so this New Orleans team lost to the Warriors and lost to Portland. Warriors beat the Pelicans and then beat Houston last night, and traveling to New Orleans on a little mini 2-game road trip. And for the Warriors, it's about playing solid offense, solid defense, a good team basketball, and they did it in exemplary fashion last night.
Well, Houston came out. They had been beaten by Denver, losing 20 points on their home opener. And they tried to bogard the Warriors. They came out very physically with a lot of intensity. They were not dependent on their three-point shooting, Bob. They were trying to take it inside, and they thought the Warriors would give ground, and the Warriors turned the tables on them, beat them at their own game. And the final analysis, they took the spirit. The Warriors took the spirit away from Houston.
Well, Luke Walton said the coaching staff looks at the schedule week by week. And he said seeing New Orleans, Houston, New Orleans with 2 of them on the road, 2-1 would have been a good week. You already have 2 in the bank. You can get greedy and try to make it 3-0. Then you have Memphis and the Clippers Monday, Wednesday. You open with 5 straight playoff teams from a year ago. Warriors have been challenged, and so far they've been up to the challenge.
You know, they've got a lot of pride, and we saw that last year, winning an NBA championship, and they are not hiding the fact that they want to be successful again this year and duplicate that championship.
Another game without Andrew Bogut. He did not make the trip, still in the league concussion protocol, and Luke Walton, the interim head coach, with Steve Kerr also recuperating. And so the Warriors have had to pull together and really get contributions from everybody up and down the roster and play very well as a unit. Our Xfinity starting lineup: Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Harrison Barnes, Draymond Green, and Festus Ezeli for the Warriors. And for the Pelicans, Drew Holiday, Eric Gordon, Dante Cunningham, Anthony Davis, and Kendrick Perkins. And for Anthony Davis, 18 points, but 4 of 20 shooting in Oakland. He was 15 of 20 from the line, and former Warrior assistant Alvin Gentry is going to try to rectify that. And Alvin is down a few players, Jim, when you're playing without several of your players, and only 9 healthy bodies are going to get Omer Asik and Luke Babbitt back tonight, but they're still missing Tyreke Evans and Quincy Pondexter. Those are big losses.
They certainly are. Asik will help them at the defensive end. But they have been lacking a point guard. No Tyreke Evans. Norris Cole is still out. Norris Cole was traded here last year, February, late in the season. They finished 18 and 10 with him. And when he scores in double digits, even better percentage than that. But they had Nate Robinson in the opener for the Warriors last Tuesday night. And then they waived him. Yesterday morning, they signed Tony Douglas. Douglas played 12 games for New Orleans last year, so he's a dog at all on the ball defender. But I'm not sure that he can run an offense, but that's where Drew Holiday comes in.
Well, you mentioned Drew Holiday, and I think for New Orleans, their first quarter is critical. Gave up 39 to the Warriors, gave up 43 to Portland. You have that kind of start defensively, you let another team get rolling, you put yourself in a trail position. Tough way to win, particularly on the road.
Yeah, and overall, their field goal percentage offensively is under 41%, and they're giving up 46% to the opponents.
I don't know that I've seen the Warriors ever play Anthony Davis any better. He averaged 31 and 11 against the Warriors in that playoff series, but you talk volume shooting, Jim, 4 of 20?
Yeah, it's going to be a test for him now because he understands those numbers, and he'll try to rectify that. But let's see how Draymond Green, Festus Ezeli handle that to try to keep him out of the lane.
Monty McCutchen, Bill Kennedy, and Mitchell Irvin blowing the whistles. And we are underway in New Orleans.
Anthony Davis doesn't lose too many tips.
Drew Holiday with a wing jumper, and Draymond with the rebound. Festus rolling down the lane. Davis changed that shot, and the Pelicans playing the D. If you get lost on Anthony Davis tonight, Jim, I think his shoes, you should be able to find him.
Exactly. Just look down.
He has the pumpkin highlighter orange. New Orleans nearly turning it over. And Perkins able to put it in.
What a play by Anthony Davis, though. The ball's up for grabs. He just tips it right back to his teammate, and they get a goal out of it eventually. Sure would like to see Clay get it going.
Yeah, deep two. Clay left in the fourth quarter last night. His back had tightened up. Told me today feels much better than he did yesterday. So that's a good sign. Hitting that first jumper. Eric Gordon. And the rebound right back to him. Warm up three, and he's able to bury it.
Not a good sign. You had a couple of players on the Warriors looking to go the other way before they got the ball. And it cost them.
And Festus fouled on the nifty delivery from Steph Curry. And we check in with Roz Gold on Woody.
I spoke with Klay Thompson before the game, and more than anything, he sounded annoyed with the back stiffness that he's been experiencing. He's been giving it treatment, but he said that it really affects him more vertically than it does laterally. So every time he tries to explode up, that's when the back stiffness kicks in.
That can obviously be a little tricky, and particularly on a back-to-back and flying and everything.
Well, perhaps that's why he did not go for the defensive rebound at the other end, which cost the Warriors a three. He looked like he didn't want to be involved, and I would think you go in there and go for a rebound, you get banged around. It's a little more difficult than shooting a jump shot.
So Festus missing both free throws.
Everyone knows to foul Festus. They're not giving him any dunks. Curry just set him up beautifully. He's got to become a little more efficient offensively and get ready to move to the spot where the defense can't recover.
Defensive 3-second violation. That'll be a technical free throw. And Luke Walton says it's a collaborative effort. They come up with a skeleton plan in terms of substitutions and minutes. They look for matchups. They have input from Ron Adams and Bruce Frazier, Jaron Collins, and most importantly, input from Steve Kerr as they assess and evaluate all these game plans. Eric Gordon through the mix.
Good recovery by Festus.
Gordon with the runner, and Eric Gordon early is off to the good beginning. Draymond rolling this time. A nice hook pass from Steph Curry.
Well, Curry, who dropped 40 on this club on Tuesday night, looking to be a playmaker right now.
Holiday, that was wide right.
Stephen Curry yet to take a shot. 24 first quarter points against this club in the opener.
Draymond, there's that one-footer again. And this time it's Festus over the back with a foul. So Omer Asik, his first playing time of the season. He had been one of the walking wounded for New Orleans.
Well, if the Warriors can rebound and run, Festus can beat him down the floor. Maybe get a cheaper one or two.
Yeah, Kendrick Perkins told the bench, I have something going on with my shoulder. He subbed himself out. Drew Holiday missing the left. And here comes Steph running with friends. Behind the back to Harrison Barnes, but Cunningham met him up top.
I think the ball just slipped out of his hand.
And Gordon dunking it down. Anthony Davis and Draymond collided.
Well, Draymond Green tried to draw that foul after the pass was given up. He got an offensive foul last night. I'm sure he was thinking about that. He didn't get the call this way. Last night, they gave him a charge.
Draymond, very deep three.
They made him angry at the other end.
Well, you always say back end of a back-to-back, it's a mental thing, much more than physical. 3 games into the season, you're not physically tired, but mentally getting into it, and you get Draymond's juices flowing, that's a good thing. Anthony Davis shooting threes.
Clay reached for it and stretched for that rebound. Good sign.
That ball kicked. Shot clock will stay at 15. Anthony Davis has 3 made threes in 2 games. He had 3 made threes in his career coming into this season. He's trying to add that to his skill set. And Klay Thompson will get himself to the line.
Just cutting away from the basketball. Had a good chance to make that, and Eric Gordon's wondering where the foul came from.
Klay Thompson dropping in the free throw. Replica ring night will be Wednesday when the Warriors take on the Clippers at Oracle. First 10,000 in attendance. Get the replica rings courtesy of City National Bank. And I'm looking forward to Monday and Wednesday. Monday with Memphis, Wednesday with the Clippers. Anthony Davis missing again.
They like to keep him outside. No problem at all. He may hit a few. Lesser of evils.
Davis switched out on Curry. And Steph shot that from Mississippi.
That was a 30-footer.
Oh, man. What a three.
Steph is dogging on Drew Holiday.
Cunningham with the three. So much better first quarter beginning for the Pelicans in their 2 prior games. Curry dropped it back. Anthony Davis in full flight. Davis all the way to the rim. Klay Thompson knocked it away.
Should have found Curry on the right.
Thompson moving without the ball. Draymond found him. The field goal and the foul.
Well, they had something better in mind. Just the great movement, the great passing, and then, of course, the great shooting. He launched that. Anthony Davis said, no, he's not going to take that, is he? I just love backdoor cuts. You overplay, and this is a club. Yes, they could be a jump shooting team, and that puts defenses into jeopardy because they're guarding against the three-point line. They overplay. You just cut backdoor. You get a bounce pass. Beautifully done.
Klay Thompson holding on to Eric Gordon.
Klay Thompson hits first.
Ish Smith checking in.
He hurt the Warriors on Tuesday night. He played extremely well in that opening game.
He was a scorer, which is a rarity.
Yeah. Finished with 17, I think 13 in the first half.
Yeah, good penetrator, very quick, but not known for his jump shot or his scoring.
It looks like they're making him go left a little more than they did the other night. He still got to the right.
Yep. And Ish Smith looking for his offense again.
He really favors the right hand, and he keeps coming back again and again to it.
Curry another three. This one ticking front iron. And here comes New Orleans. And Drew Holiday.
That's a heck of a move. Little crossover and comes back with the left hand. Kind of surprised Klay.
Steph Curry moving without the ball. Draymond fed him perfectly.
Tough to defend the Warriors in their early offensive schemes. They do some terrific drills in practice. Carries over to the game.
Anthony Davis, very tough shot. Got his own rebound.
They did a good job holding position.
Klay Thompson, kind of a silly foul there.
Klay Thompson his second. Team's third.
And so we hit the timeout with 5:50 remaining in the first. Even at 17. And Steph Curry starting to heat up just a little bit.
Come to a place like nowhere else. Who's around here? A bunch of nobodies. There's nobodies coming in here. Nobody gets hotter. Nobody's more versatile. Nobody's got more heart. And nobody sees them coming. Nobody's got the bounce, the blur, or Mo buckets. And nobody knows how he does it or what he'll do next. And all of us in the crowd, nobody'd rather be anywhere else on earth. This is why we play.
Welcome back to the Smoothie King Center. It's a tie game between the Warriors and the Pelicans. It was just at the end of April where we witnessed an epic comeback. Tonight's AT&T Rewind takes us back to Game 3 of the Western Conference quarterfinals, where the Warriors took on the New Orleans Pelicans. The Warriors overcame a 20-point fourth-quarter deficit in Game 3, and it included an unforgettable clutch shot by Steph Curry in the corner over Anthony Davis to tie the game and send it to overtime. In overtime, Steph finished with 40 points. The Warriors won, and then they went on in the next night to sweep the Pelicans. Bob?
That was an amazing game. Super fun to be a part of. And the Warriors came from 20 down. They withstood some improbable plays and finishes. Got a great defensive stop from Andrew Bogut. The big three by Steph Curry. And out of the entire playoff run, that was a signature game. It really was something special.
It certainly was. You and I never gave up on him. And Steph Curry, I don't believe he even saw the basket when Anthony Davis came at him. And it could have been a four-point play possibility. It probably should have been.
Well, no, the league said in the 2-minute transparency on officiating errors the next game, and the next day it was a foul. And Iguodala just checking in, and Andre held on to that pivot foot.
I love that play. He stops, very smart, under control. The defender just runs right by. Tony Douglas with a turnover immediately when he enters the game.
And Anthony Davis rebounding his own miss. So it's Ish Smith, Tony Douglas with Anthony Davis, Omer Asik, and Dante Cunningham. Tony Douglas, a former Warrior.
As I said, he played 12 games with him last year. He's in there for defense against Curry. And that means Curry has a chance like he did against Dellavedova, not to settle for the 3, but go right by him, get yourself to the line, get yourself some easy layups.
Now, I think you're going to see more of this throughout the year, and that's guys trying to be very physical with Steph Curry.
Absolutely.
Trying to bang him around, wear him down, bump him, knock him to the ground, all that type of stuff. He's too pretty when he's free and easy. You give him room, he will crush you. And so the book now is to try to beat him up.
But he's got that advanced ball handling ability. He's worked on it this summer, so he's still going to be able to separate from that kind of contact. We'll see as the season goes along. He is prepared for that.
Ish Smith has become a shooter, and that's not a bad thing for the Warriors. They keep running off these misses. And now Dante Cunningham, and that's good that they just shook hands. Cunningham elbowed Harrison Barnes and chipped his tooth and basically broke his face last year.
Yep.
He bloodied Draymond Green's nose in the exact same game. His collision on the two heads coming together against Bogut gave Bogut the concussion, and then he just nearly landed on Draymond Green.
Well,
Dante Cunningham seems to be involved in a lot of plays with the Warriors.
That could not be helped on that one because Draymond stopped, much like Iguodala did a moment ago, gave a pump fake. So he went on the pump fake and went through the air.
I'm not saying it could be stopped.
No.
I'm just saying Dante Cunningham is involved in a lot of physical plays with the Warriors.
I'm absolutely, you're exactly right. He's a very, very aggressive player.
Tony Douglas, little push shot. Douglas and Ish Smith are not necessarily offensive players. Asik holding on to Festus, and you pointed out early, Jim, Festus can run him.
Yes, he can. They get out and run. He's going to get some looks. Be nice to see if Festus could get just a little freer where he can get some baskets and not have to depend on shooting free throws.
For Festus, the more he plays, the more the book will be to grab him. And 58% career free throw shooter, a little bit better a year ago.
0 for 3 tonight. That makes him 2 of 9 on the season. But how about this? Ooh, how about 2 of 10? How about this, Bob? Right now, Festus Ezeli is your 4th leading scorer on the Warriors, averaging 11 a game after 2 games. That's not bad.
Yeah,
Very balanced scoring.
You don't like to see the air ball because you don't want the free throwing to get mental. Festus works on it. He's got a good stroke.
See how he tries to get to the right every time, does Smith?
Anthony Davis with a jumper. And Curry, he's hitting threes that defy description right now.
Well, they went underneath that screen. He just kind of hid behind it a little bit, got his rhythm, and stepped into it strongly.
Ish Smith attacking, and Tony Douglas sneaks in for the rebound. Draymond moved his feet. Davis had to get rid of the ball.
And good help from Livingston.
Livingston knows he can sag off at Tony Douglas. And the Warriors, good team concept there. Davis take a tough shot. Steph Curry, a whip pass to Livingston and just in and out of his hands.
Well, Sean stopped because he thought Steph might go all the way. So he did not want to get in the path there and mess up the play. But they had a good objective there.
Alvin Gentry going to use a timeout. The Warriors 8 of 12 shooting. Steph's got 10. And the Warriors with a 2-point lead. Pelicans playing better first quarter basketball, but still trailing. Warrior lead at 2 on McDonald's True Story. You hear a lot about PER, player efficiency rating. It takes scoring, rebounding, free throw shooting, assist, rebounds, steals, the whole bit. These are the best 11 seasons in PER in NBA history. And last year for Anthony Davis, the 11th best single season PER of anyone that's ever played the game.
And Michael Jordan, 4 years. Wilt and LeBron, 3 each. It tells you the cream comes to the top, but that is impressive. for Anthony Davis last year.
Yeah, the average PER, if you're north of 15, you're doing pretty well as a player. If you're in the 20s, you're an elite player. When you get to 30, you make history.
I'm not sure how they figure out all of those analytics.
Well, you should see the PER computation.
How do you
Field goal percentage, free throw percentage, three-point percentage, minutes played.
How about figuring how do you defend your man?
that's lacking in PER unless it's blocks and steals and a few other defensive stats. And a jump ball with Iguodala and Anthony Davis.
Took Billy Kennedy a long time to blow that whistle. They wrestled for a while on the floor.
Most importantly, the shot clock's at 1.4 here.
Again, swarming defense, more than one defender coming in with Anthony Davis to disrupt.
Had to get it off, and the 1.4 helped the Warriors. Livingston and Steph Curry with Draymond Green, Mo Spates first action, and Andre Iguodala. They're doubling Steph now. Iguodala springs free.
He likes that right side. Hit a big one last night from the right corner.
Delay of game, Golden State. Technical foul.
Took a while to find the open man here. Stephen Curry got rid of the ball, but finally lands in the hands of Andre Iguodala. And they just called a delay of game.
And it'll be a technical.
What was it? Did Steph take the ball and throw it away or something so they couldn't run it out? I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes players do that really without thinking.
Sure.
Davis. Now Kendrick Perkins has a pec strain, Jim. He will not return to the game. So New Orleans gets Asik back for a couple minutes, and they lose Perkins. Luke Babbitt will get his first playing time. And he's another player that had been injured.
Well, Asik Perkins not going to give you a lot of offense. Defensively, though, and rebounding, Asik towers over Perkins. He's a better player.
And you got to honor Luke Babbitt. He's a very good three-point shooter, as is Ryan Anderson, who had 21 against Portland.
Well, last year, the Warriors were #1 in three-point field goal percentage. This Pelicans team was #4 in the league.
Draymond denying Anthony Davis and just got a little too physical.
I know you want to be aggressive. I know you want to disrupt, but when you're 40 feet from the basket, you should be able, you're smaller, should be able to be quick enough to recover without grabbing.
That's the Warriors' 4th team foul.
They switch. That makes it tough.
Mo Spates, great challenge there on Ish Smith. That ball deflected, but Douglas touched it again. How about Steph's first quarters? 24, 12, and 10 in 3 games.
We're not done.
And missed that 3 there, but on threes, 4 of 7, 3 of 5, and 2 of 4. I'd say he's coming out of the gate in pretty fine fashion.
Setting the tone.
Don't leave Babbitt. Good closeout by Mo Spates there. Fresh 24. And Tony Douglas with a nice cut down the lane.
Pretty good finish on a double pump.
Well, Draymond saved the day there. That was going to be a steal. And Mo smartly just threw it off of Anthony Davis. Step through.
Oh, that's a nice
and
finish.
An underhand scoop the way you like it.
Oh, that was just beautiful. He is expanding his game. He's playing with a lot of confidence this year, and as well he should.
Anderson couldn't finish the layup. Mo standing tall on the rebound. Final minute of the first quarter. Steph Curry hanging and trying to bank it in. Other than Anthony Davis, There's not a lot of firepower on the floor right now for New Orleans. You got some space out shooters as Anderson hits the three. Iguodala's shaking his head because Anderson was 6 feet beyond the arc, too.
That was about a 28-footer.
Livingston missing the mid-range. Mo tipped it to Iguodala, who was fouled. Good activity from Mo Spates the last 2 nights.
Quick thinking. Sean Livingston makes that attempt there, and it gets a big rebound and a beautiful play by Maurice Spates to tip it. Let's see what Andre can do with his free throws this year.
Drop it in the free throw, and Harrison Barnes will check back in.
Last year, Andre Iguodala just under 60% free throws, the worst of his career, and he's going to improve on that this year.
A lot of fans in costume for Halloween in New Orleans. Iguodala splitting a pair.
You make that first one, you got to get the mindset like, hey, I've got the groove now. You don't want to think like, okay, I've made my one. That's good enough.
Single second difference, game shot clock winding down the first. Smith has terminated the dribble. Got a hoist one. And the Warriors finish the quarter with a stop. So 31 for the Warriors offensively. The Pelicans lose Kendrick Perkins. Steph Curry off to another good beginning, as was Klay Thompson. And through the first 12 minutes, the Warriors with the 3-point lead down in the Crescent City. How about a Steph Curry pumpkin here in New Orleans with the Warriors up 3? Bob Fitzgerald, Jim Barnett, Rosgold on Wood A with you. Happy Halloween.
Warriors tremendous shooting in that first period. 59%, 67% from three-point range on 4 of 6, and they shot 11 more free throws than the Pelicans, but barely hit over half. Only hit 7.
7 of 13.
Otherwise, they have a bigger lead. And like you said to me, Bob, a moment ago, as Babbitt hits that, the Pelicans happy to be only 3 down, now only 1 down.
Yeah, the Pelicans shoot 41%. Free throw disparity 13-2, and they are down only 3, and now a single point. They'll take it. So Sean Livingston, Leandro Barbosa. And a nice backdoor cut. Good awareness by Harrison Barnes on that delivery.
And Tony Douglas stopped it the first time, but then they went right back to it in the same play, and they beat him. Tony Douglas is an aggressive, overplaying defender. Ajinka is not an offensive player.
Shot clock at 4. Douglas has got a hoist here. Iguodala knows it. The Warriors are forcing New Orleans into some very tough shots. And then even the easy ones they're missing.
Ajinka is just not an offensive player.
So Livingston, Harrison Barnes, Iguodala with Spates and Barbosa. Luke Babbitt committing the foul with Alexis Ajinça and Ryan Anderson.
Well, Mo Space pulled a LeBron James there. He came underneath the arms and went up.
Mo to the line.
First game for Luke Babbitt. He was out the first couple of games. A lot of injuries for the Pelicans.
What is going on with the Warrior free throwing? The Warrior season ticket priority list, 17,000 strong. Sign up, get priority access to season tickets when they become available. And exclusive ticket pre-sale opportunities at 888-GSW-HOOP with representatives ready to help you right now. On the road, you do not want to be 8 of 15 from the line. They have a 4-point lead, but could be building it much larger. Iguodala playing the D. Livingston on the push. And dropping it off to Andre with a right-hand spike.
Well, they learned something from last night. I love Sean Livingston. He makes great decisions in the open court. He took it all the way to the free throw line, then dropped it off. Great timing from Iguodala. He didn't rush the play.
Douglas on the drop-off, and Ajinça, the point-blank range.
Watch what Sean Livingston does with this. Takes it down, takes a look, slows up a little bit, goes right past the top of the key and makes a defender commit and then drops it back to Andre, streaking on the right side. Last night they blew 2-on-1s 3 different times in the second half. It cost them, made it a closer game at the time.
Harrison Barnes rising over Babbitt.
Harrison's ball handling's improved. Not only Steph Curry, but Harrison made that crossover move, one dribble to the basket, and a rocket slam on Howard.
Babbitt fouled on the pass, but that's the right thing to do. You need to run at Babbitt to make him put it on the floor. He's normally a catch-and-shoot player.
Yes, he is. I remember him in Portland.
Tony Douglas bothered by Spates. Ajinça is missing some bunnies. The Frenchman is struggling.
Can Harrison get to the left on him here? Yes.
Crossover, and Douglas was waiting in the short corner. And Anderson went to send it down. Barbosa, feet set, 3 down.
Beautifully done, and I just love the extra dribble penetration. Not looking for a shot, just to bring defenders in by Andre Iguodala.
When we say play initiator, that's what Iguodala was on that play.
Yes.
He initiated, not for himself, but to draw the defense. Barbosa's played with him long enough now, so he's spaced out, perfectly executed to the open floor, and the Warrior lead at 8. Warrior lead at 8 with 8:50 remaining in the first half, and much of what we saw last night in evidence again tonight. The Warriors are shooting exceptionally well at 64%. They're limiting the Pelicans under 40%, and they're getting contributions up and down the roster, and beautiful open floor play from guys like Iguodala and Barbosa again.
Well, they've actually, this group's extended the lead from the first quarter. Nice job. I love the way they're pushing the ball up the floor and getting easier baskets. More points in the paint that way, and a better percentage. They're now shooting 64%.
Yeah. So Eric Gordon and Anderson with Ajinça, Tony Douglas, and Luke Babbitt. Iguodala, Livingston, Barbosa with Mo Spates and Harrison Barnes. Davis sitting. You got to think Gordon's going to be the offensive engine. And Ajinça just fouled that play out. Mo did a great job on Eric Gordon. He needed a little help.
Well, Ajinça way above his average right now. He's just falling into baskets because the Warriors are forgetting about him. And the offensive rebounds has been the best part of the game tonight for New Orleans. And putbacks.
Gordon missing, and Ajinça's there again.
Well, that's neat. Ready for this? That's the 10th offensive rebound they've had.
They've had plenty of misses.
Second chance points. How about 11 already? That's the difference from the Warriors having a bigger lead.
Space got a little careless with the ball.
Near travel in the backcourt there with 2 bigs in the ball.
Ryan Anderson can shoot over Barbosa. And he does just that.
2 years ago, remember they had that herniated disc.
Yep.
Couldn't play.
Luke Walton's going to use the timeout here. 7.5 remaining in the first half. And Ajinça and Anderson allowing the Pelicans to climb back into the ball game. And so the depth of New Orleans. Use Anderson as a super sub, and the Pelicans down 2.
If the most challenging part of your day is the stay.
Helps colorful light splash. Even 1 or 2.
Talk, read, sing. Your words have the power to shape their world. Learn more at first5california.com/parents.
Welcome back to the Smoothie King Center. The Warriors are up 2 on the Pelicans. This offseason, Stephen Curry worked with his personal trainer, Brandon Payne, and the Fit Light Trainer machine. It's a machine that flashes different color lights, and each colored light signals a type of ball handling drill, like a crossover or between the legs, or a type of shot, like a three-point shot or a floater. So Steph makes the right read and the right move as the colorful lights flash, even 1 or 2 at a time. And he told me it's a neurological drill, it's a muscle memory drill. It helps him react on the fly. It helps his hands and ball handling get quicker. He said the last thing he wants to think about when he's on the court is the ball.
I love it, Roz. I'll tell you what, you can see the benefits already this year. He's much more sure with the basketball, moving side to side, knowing where the ball's going to be. He doesn't have to look at it. He's quicker off the dribble with it. That's a heck of a thing to do.
Yeah, and if you've seen that cognitive drill, pretty amazing as Festus Ezeli committing the foul. So for the Warriors, they're shooting 61% while the Pelicans at 41%. This entire game is second chance points and offensive rebounds right now.
Very simply put and very profoundly done. 11-1 second chance points. A 10-point advantage. And 10 offensive rebounds to 1 for the Warriors.
Yeah, you're shooting 60% on the road, and you're a Gordon free throw away from being tied. That's not good. And rebounding, a lot of times, is just finishing off the defensive stop. You're getting the Pelicans to miss. You're just not rebounding the ball.
Yeah, well, it's nice to get, we talk about help defense, but sometimes you do leave someone a lane to get a rebound.
Steph Curry, beautiful teardrop.
He's managing this game beautifully.
He's got a dozen. Clay's got 7. Tony Douglas 3. Well, the Pelicans 4 of 7 from distance. Festus there. Again, looked like he just got squirted out of his hand. As well as Ezeli played last night. He struggled a bit tonight. That time, Klay Thompson came back with a defensive rebound. Klay Thompson driving left with the right hand.
Oh, I love what he did there. Right off the dribble, back to the right hand, got it up quickly, and he didn't try to out-jump anybody. He just got the quick release softly off the glass.
Juan Anderson on the post-up. He shot over Barbosa once. Festus is there, but got in the air, body bump in the bucket.
Perhaps Barbosa was expecting help defense from the weak side. It came, but a little too late, and then the pump fake got Ezeli in trouble. Here's Klay, a little hesitation. Let's see how he shot that one on the way up. Right off the dribble.
Well, the Cal product,
Steph-like.
Ryan Anderson. He read chapter 3 from the book of Barnett. Leapers like to leap. And Festus left his feet.
He took the bite, didn't he?
James Michael McAdoo getting ready to check in.
Warriors find themselves down now.
Draymond setting up Ezeli, unable to finish. But just that fake by Draymond Green got Anthony Davis up in the air. Was able to get by him.
Well, it's nice to have a power dunk, nice to have a power up, but sometimes you're gripping the ball so strongly, so tightly, you can't release. Let's watch Festus on this. Gripping it real tight, and really maybe just you should release it and lay it over the front of the rim softly out of his hands rather than try to finish the dunk. But he'll learn. Those are aspects of the game that don't come naturally to him.
The last place Festus wanted to go was back to the foul line.
I know.
And that's good mental toughness. He had missed 5 straight and then hit that free throw. That's a good sign. And Holiday, another 3-point play opportunity.
Warriors are giving him a lot in that department in this quarter. Somehow the Warriors got a little flat defensively, and New Orleans has taken advantage. Started getting offensive rebounds and putbacks. And here it's just on man-to-man coverage.
Lot of three-point plays for the Pelicans. And now they're up 4. Draymond, the pump fake. Good recovery by Gordon with the shot clock at 7. And Klay Thompson is fouled.
Eric Gordon, his third, team third.
So the Warriors in a bit of a lull this quarter. And the Pelicans, really with the Jinsa and Ryan Anderson and Babbitt. Starters come back in, and they got a little lead to play with after trailing.
I like that little secondary move and twirl that Klay made and got the 3rd foul on Gordon. He has to go out.
And for your Pelicans, Tony Douglas.
Warriors Grizzlies on Monday, another playoff rematch. All the verified official tickets at Warriors.com. Be there Monday night at Oracle. Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol, Mike Conley.
Thompson now 5 for 5 from the line. Good sign.
There's more size on Anderson. And McAdoo played the defense, and there were 4 slate jerseys on the glass. Klay Thompson in transition. And this is when the Splash Brothers start to work together.
Seamlessly on that transition play.
Holiday got hung up at the air, had nowhere to go. And McAdoo fighting Anthony Davis, making sure the Warriors got that possession. Klay's got 14. Steph's got a dozen. Draymond, that trail 3 off the Curry creation.
Boy, has he come a long way from year 1, hasn't he? Every year.
Weren't the Warriors just down 5 2 seconds ago?
Yes.
Anthony Davis, and a nice drive by Drew Holiday.
Steph zigzagging.
And getting to the line.
Did a great job of just leaning in enough to draw the foul and get the call. Curry sets up Klay. He comes to that beautiful plant and just drills it. Then back to Draymond. No hesitation. He finds the bottom of the net.
And that's when Draymond's going to shoot a much higher percentage. Pass in, out,
Yep.
stepping into it.
Exactly.
In the pocket, feet ready, the whole bit.
How many dribbles?
None. So Brandon Rush will spell Harrison Barnes here with 4:15 remaining in the half. Steph Curry 3 for 3 on the free throws.
We know what Stephen did last year, MVP, but he's playing with such command of the floor.
Good word.
Isn't he?
Good word.
This year, just command of the floor.
Think of the last 3 possessions. Klay 3, Draymond 3, Steph 3 free throws, and then he pulls the rebound and starts the break. He's doing it all. Setting up Draymond again. Curry in the corner.
Tony Douglas lucky there. He left and forgot Stephen Curry, and he got a break.
Defensive 3-second violation. This one's on Klay Thompson.
Technical foul. Klay Thompson.
Now Anthony Davis, Jim, has been quiet again.
Yes.
3 of 10. He's got 7 points.
We have a technical on Klay here.
No, it was the defensive 3
Oh,
second.
okay. Yeah. He was the guy that was in there.
Correct. It was on him.
Holiday did not play in the opener against the Warriors because he's on restricted minutes, and they gave him rest.
He had a stress fracture. Yeah, that has been lingering over a couple seasons now.
Yeah, he only played 40 games last year, and this is a foul.
Man. Tony Douglas with 2 on the clock from 27 feet, and Steph Curry fouling him, shooting a 3. That is rugged.
Stephen doesn't like the call, but You've heard me say many times, never give an official an opportunity to blow that whistle.
Tony Douglas wants to shoot a 28-footer. He's going to make 2 out of 10 at the most.
I think Steph came by his right hand. I just never saw any contact, and that's why Stephen just walked away from it. He's still a little bewildered.
And it's not a good percentage play. And you bring up the point, it needs to be expanded. It's not if you touched him or not. Don't put yourself in a position where the official can make a call. And the way you do that is jump straight up and tell Douglas, you're not a great shooter. You're shooting from 28 feet. Knock yourself out. Draymond had Douglas at his mercy on the block.
I like that.
Draws the foul.
He comes down, sets the screen for Klay Thompson. Klay comes off. They make a switch. And then Klay, he's not interested in forcing a shot. He's just going to get it right back to the mismatch. That was a designed play, by the way. And see, there's a counter. The Warriors have a counter to everything that the defense does. If Klay doesn't have the shot, they've got an advantage on that little pick, a little bit of a roll.
Warriors 14 of 23 from the line.
That's hurt them.
Both teams in the bonus, so got to be careful defensively. Warriors led by 3 at the end of 1. Maintaining that same advantage now. Anderson inside.
He's muscled a couple in already.
Say, Ryan Anderson, I would love him as the 6th or 7th man. He can shoot outside. He's a good offensive rebounder. He can give you points off the bench. Klay Thompson, what a drive and finish.
And he just lost everybody on that. Wonderful spin move, good body control, and control of the ball.
And Steph just picked up his 3rd foul.
That may be tougher than the other one. He thought he got run over.
So 2.5 remaining in the first half. And the mandatory timeout. Klay Thompson, wheel, spin, finish. And the Warrior lead at 1. There were tornado warnings.
Yes.
And flood warnings. The weather has been a little problematic.
Yeah, there were tornado warnings, but I believe they have gone by.
Halloween festivities going on in New Orleans. Our Shamrock play of the week was that Harrison Barnes dunk. And you like that he went left on a good defender in Trevor Ariza.
And I've been preaching all along, when this young man learns. Now, there were 2 dribbles, one out there, but he'll even get better than that. It'll be 1 dribble. But I love that crossover move. Efficiently done, and he just beat him soundly. And how about the power dunk?
See,
he flushed it.
The foul on Tony Douglas, committed by Steph Curry, now makes the blocking foul his 3rd. He's done for the half. Last night, he picked up his 4th in the 3rd and had to play, Warriors had to play extended minutes without him. He's too valuable to risk those type of whistles.
Yeah, last night he only played 25 minutes, which bodes well for rest coming into this game. But
yeah, Thompson missing the 3.
The Warriors are just kind of playing this game, which is a little dangerous. Like, oh, we can go through it. We're managing the game, but when it has to, we'll turn it on. And I'm not sure that can always transpire.
Bothered Anthony Davis on that lob.
Now, they throw the ball away nearly, and they had a 5-on-4 advantage.
Draymond couldn't pull the rebound, and here comes Anthony Davis. Babbitt spaces out. That's what he does. And another offensive rebound for the Pelicans. Anderson just kind of throwing that one up. And it'll be Warrior ball, and we check in with Roz.
At the top of the game, we did talk about Klay Thompson's back stiffness and what he's dealing with. At that last timeout, he sat down. They did put a heat pack on his back while he sat, so they are monitoring the back. He doesn't seem to be too disturbed by it. He told me before the game he was going to tough it out, put mind over matter. At 5 for 7 and 5 for 5 from the free throw line, doesn't seem to be struggling with it.
And he's having his best game here in the early going.
Shaun Livingston called for the offensive foul.
Offensive foul, Shaun Livingston. It's first. Not a control.
Klay Thompson coming in for tonight. First 2 games under 40% shooting, averaging 10 a game. So he's had a little breakout here. 16 first half points.
Holiday driving, but Livingston caught up enough to bother him. Draymond is called for an offensive foul, shooting the 3 by kicking his leg out.
And it took him off his shot. Kind of outsmarted himself on that a bit.
Well, Reggie Miller perfected this, and a lot of players try to do it.
Well, the officials have caught on now.
Holiday is getting into the lane repeatedly. And Livingston fouled. Draymond Green in the backcourt, Jim, said, post me up on this play.
Right.
And then he had Clay coming and Livingston cutting. And so Draymond said, I'll be the feeder here. We got a couple different options. But he called that play himself coming into the front court.
Alvin Gentry tried to warn his players about that. He just went back to the bench in disgust because they did not react to it properly.
And that was not Draymond saying, hey, post me up, I want to score on Anthony Davis. It was give me the ball, and then
well,
get a couple different cutters.
The 2 guards switch, and then one of them takes the decisive move to cut, and that was Livingston.
And that got Livingston the 2 free throws.
See if the Warriors can get a stop here.
Drew Holiday's feeling it.
He's made a difference.
All the drives. And now he's in double figures with 13, hitting that 3.
He's a strong player.
Draymond couldn't quite finish that play, saved it. And Anthony Davis swallowed that rebound. Deflection by Livingston. Barbosa in on Babbitt all the way to the rim to lay it in.
He may be 32 to 33 years old. He hasn't lost any speed.
Shot clock off. New Orleans should have the lead at the half.
I just love the way Barbosa attacks, particularly open court one-on-one.
Babbitt for 3.
I'm not sure it was out of his hands. They'll review it.
They waved it off.
Okay.
It does go to replay by rule because we hit 0-0. But on the court, it was called no bucket.
Warriors 64, Pelicans 65.
Watch the lights. Still in his hand.
If they had to review it and everything, it'd be decided back in Secaucus, New Jersey, not on the floor anymore.
65-64 at the break. Greg Papa, Gary St. Jean, Monty Poole. Jack in the Box at the half, and Warrior Halftime Live coming up right after this with the Pelicans up 1 at the break.